Hey Killer Bees, it's Paula B from PaulaBFitness.com, and on tap today I've got a great walking with weights workout for us. Now you are going to need a pair of dumbbells, and I went with my lightest pair, but you are always welcome to set your own challenge. And if you need a new challenge, make sure that you open up the description box below and get the exact 3-pair set that I have from Amazon so that I'm ready for whatever the day brings me. And today we're going to bring you a great workout that has absolutely no jumping and no transitions to the ground, but does include both a warm-up and a cool down. So when you're ready for this one, I'm totally ready. Let's go. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and get moving and grooving. And that means that we're getting started with some arm circles with high knees. And I should have told you already, go ahead and get your dumbbells completely out of the way for the warm up. We definitely do not need weights, you guys. We're gonna be holding weights the entire time today, and there will be plenty of it. But right now, during the warm up, we could just kind of relax into this, because this is the warm up that we do every time. And it's my favorite of all things to do, because it gives me a chance to just get my head in the game, because my head is not feeling entirely in the game right now. I'll be honest with you. If I mess up today, I've already warned you right here in the first minute of the workout that I'm a little off. And sometimes that happens. And you know what? I find that I really enjoy filming on days like this, because I know, first of all, I know that it doesn't really matter to you, but I really want you to know that you don't have to be performing at 100% to get something really amazing out of the workout. Whether I know what we're doing or mess up my words or fall out of the balance poses or whatever, today is still worth our time, always. And I'm actually kind of excited because today is a moderate day for me. And that means that truly, if I'm not going, fast enough, that's heavy use of air quotes or whatever, I'm still, let's go ahead and do some arm crossers with booty kickers. I'm still doing something fantastic for myself and my health and my fitness. And speaking of moderate workouts have a great place in your routine, no matter what your goal is. If your goal is weight loss, basically every day should be nice and moderate. If your goal is body shaping, you still want to be doing moderate workouts most of the time. You truly only want to push hard once or maybe twice a week. And in fact, I've got a whole 5-page information resource for you. If you open up the description box below, you can go grab it from my website. That really explains all about how to get what you want out of any workout. Now here on screen today, I am going to be demonstrating moderate pace, moderate exercises, moderate everything, because that's what really works for me. If you'd like to, you can absolutely kick this up a notch. You can go faster, you could use heavier weights. You can always make the workout work for you, my friends. Let's go ahead and do some welcome to my homes. Because welcome to my home. This is where we're working out right now. This is where we're working right now. This is where we're doing everything right now. How are you doing? Maybe you're having a little bit of an off day also. I think lots of us are, and I think that keeping a routine of working out, even when you don't feel like yourself, even when nothing feels like normal, having a routine and doing something normal and regular really goes a long way for both your mental health and your physical health. And today's gonna feel sweaty. And maybe that's normal. It's normal for me. You guys, here's what it looks like. I've got the handy dandy gym bus set for intervals of 30 seconds and 1 minute. And neither one of those is rest, but both of those are pretty moderately paced. The 30 seconds is walking every time. On the 1 minute, I've got some nice strength exercises for us today. And I am not going to be switching weights to go something heavier. Again, I'm going moderate today, so I'm not trying to get a lot out of it. There is always some benefit to be gained from even light weights, even moderately paced. Let's go ahead and grab our dumbbells and get started with our walking. Or if you don't have light enough dumbbells to make today moderate, if today is moderate for you, go ahead and go hands-free. There's no need to have weights in your hands. But we're going to go ahead and get walking. So So now I have weights in my hands because for me, this 30 seconds is basically cardio toning, where we're getting our heart rate up. We've got some weights in our hands. It's got that little bit of oomph to it. Really kind of working on your biceps and triceps, sort of incidentally, just by doing a walking motion. When it beeps though, I've got a long interval. It is a full minute, so take that into account before you decide what weights feel moderate right now. We're going to be doing peekaboo side steps. So elbows up at shoulder height. We're going to step to the side while opening up those elbows and then step to the side the other way. So you're opening and closing your elbows. There really is no resting position here. I know you've already noticed that. So that's this exercise, actually, it's why I did it first, because I was really tempted. I thought, man, you know, I could probably go slightly heavier on my weights since we're doing like more strength work rather than all cardio work. And then I put this exercise first, and I thought to myself, do I really want to do a whole minute with a heavier weight? No, I do not. This, even with my lightest weights, already feels like a great challenge. And that's exactly what I want it to feel like for you. We are toning, we are strengthening, we are challenging ourselves, even at a moderate pace with light weights. My friends, work is always work. And then right back to walking. I know sometimes we feel like we're supposed to push really hard to get the results that we want. And I want you to know that you almost never have to push, depending on what kind of results you want. If you want weight loss results, the harder you push, the harder it is to lose weight. If you want body shaping results, you really only have to push once in a while and then let your body recover from it. Because if you're trying to push all the time and never recovering, your body won't be able to do what it's supposed to do. So feet about a little bit wider than hip width apart. We're doing triangles right now. One hand goes up overhead while that other hand slides right down the side of your leg. Now we are letting your hip jut out to the side. Sometimes when we do side bends, I tell you to keep your hips super duper straight. This is actually meant to be abs and hips and glutes and hamstrings and inner thighs and outer thighs and arms and shoulders. This could not possibly be more full body. As we're rolling down to the side, you're really stabilizing the whole half of your body that is crunching down while maintaining that one arm up in the air. Again, why I chose light weights. We're going back and forth to give our shoulders a bit of a break on each of these, but boy, this is a grunter no matter how heavy or light you go. When it beeps again, and it will, we're going to go right back to that walking, and here we go. You guys, I think I forgot to mention, in fact, I know I forgot to mention, today is a no repeat. So no matter how easy or hard some of these exercises are, we're only doing them for the one interval. You guys, when it beeps again, let me tell you now before I forget that we're doing good mornings. It is a deadlift, and you are welcome if you don't like to do good mornings. If it doesn't feel quite right, you're welcome to do a deadlift instead. What you're going to do is have your hands up at your shoulders, like your weights almost behind your neck. Your feet a little bit wider than hip width apart. Elbows are out, out, out to the side. Back stays straight. We're going to push your hips back and then pull your hips forward. Your hips are driving this motion. Your back should remain incredibly straight the entire time. Good mornings are more difficult than deadlifts, which is why I told you that you are welcome to do deadlifts instead. The reason they're more difficult is because we have the added challenge of keeping your elbows out to the side. So we're really working the entire rear chain. We're working your shoulders. We're working the middle of your back. We're working your glutes and your hamstrings. And of course, we're working your core, always. I mean, literally always. You got to make sure that your core is pulled in tight to keep your back super duper straight on this one. The challenge for me is always keeping my elbows out wide. My hamstrings and glutes, plenty strong. Oh my gosh, but my upper and middle back, still always a work in progress. And here we go, right back to walking, you guys. I know, it's a long interval. You can get plenty of work done, but then that work is done. I do love a no repeat workout, especially, I mean, maybe not especially, but especially on a moderate day when it feels like, let's just go ahead and make our way through these exercises. When it beeps again, we're going to do curtsy curls. What that means is that we're going to do a curtsy lunge while doing biceps curls. curls. Now, if you've been around here before, so go ahead and lock your elbows right into your waist. We're going to come down into a curtsy lunge. If you don't like to do lunges, don't do lunges. Feel free to kick out to the side. It gets the exact same inner and outer thigh muscles and the same side glute muscles. You can always modify the exercises and do whatever works for you. You're still working, and that is the point. But what I was saying, if you've been around the Paula B Fitness channel before, you know that I don't love to do biceps curls. They're very small muscles and they don't do a lot for you. They help with literally every other thing that we do. You are actually always toning your biceps, even when we are doing something that doesn't seem entirely related. For example, those good mornings. I know you probably didn't feel it, but we were toning our biceps then. Isolating the biceps is, honestly, it's kind of a waste of time, which is why I'm doing curtsy lunges with it. Because just doing biceps curls, here we go right back to walking, just doing biceps curls isn't really building a lot of muscle. Even if you are lifting really heavy weights, you're not building a big muscle in your body. I would always rather give you much more bang for your buck. When it beeps again, okay, we're doing overhead triceps step backs. So it's kind of like a reverse lunge, but again, you don't have to lunge. We're basically just stepping back. But what we're going to do is we're going to have your arms up overhead the entire time. Elbows are locked up overhead, biceps right next to your ears. We're going to step back and then bring those triceps or bring those dumbbells down to the upper back and then step back forward. Step back while you're doing the triceps pull down and step forward. There's really no resting position for your arms. You are really thinking about keeping those elbows pointed forward, biceps right next to your ears the entire time. This is working your entire shoulder complex, but you're really going to feel it burning. Ooh, there in those triceps. I know that you love to work triceps, but again, triceps like biceps, real small muscles. And I'd much rather that we work your entire upper body as well as, with this step back, your lower body too. I'm a huge proponent of complex exercises like this. Isolating one muscle at a time, there's a time and a place for that. Let's go ahead and come back to walking. There's a time and a place for that if you are a bodybuilder, basically. For our purposes, for general health, for fitness, for looking good, for feeling good, for getting to a good weight and being healthy, there's not a lot of reason to do one muscle group at a time. When it beeps again, we're going to do delt raise side kicks. So your palms are going to face your body. You're going to start with your hands just directly down at your waist. As we kick out to the side, you're going to raise those hands, palms still facing you, up to your chin if you can. And I apologize because I don't remember who it was who pointed this out to me. If you do some of my low impact cardio workouts, this is basically a super slow butter churn or a hee-haw or whatever you want to call it. This delt raise, again, not working, I mean, you're working your shoulder complex, so it's not a lot of muscles, but when we add in the lower body work with it, first of all, it's challenging your balance. Boy, oh boy, do you need to pull in your core right now. But also, we're working so many muscles in 1 minute. It's why we don't have to do a repeating workout today. I would always rather get you in and out in 20, maybe 30 minutes max and get it all done. And my friends, that's what we're doing today. We've got the high heart rate cardio. We're getting, oh my gosh, our metabolism boosted. We're doing toning, we're doing strength, we're working on our balance, we're working on our core. I mean, today's the whole package. Even if we're moderating, even if it's not that long. It's a great workout today, and I hope you're feeling great about it. Okay, when it beeps again. Oh my gosh, okay, you're gonna love this. We're doing drinky birds, yay! Speaking of balance. So this is also, especially when we have weights in our hands, a very complex exercise. We're really thinking about pulling in our core. You're going to bring one leg back up behind you. While that leg is coming up, your torso will very naturally tip forward. I really want you to think about keeping your back very, very straight. Your toe on that flying leg, all those toes, facing the ground, not letting your leg kick out to the side, and hopefully not falling out of the balance pose like I just did. You guys, there's a lot to think about with this one. Keeping your toe pointed at the ground will really help you pull from the middle of your glutes. Now, sometimes when you're kicking your leg out to the side, which I see fairly often, it is basically a compensation. It is your body trying very hard not to let your glutes do the work. Your glutes, I love them, but they are lazy. We have, in this modern world, done so much sitting that our poor glutes don't always know how to work. So we have to ask them to, right back to walking. And how we ask them to is one exercise at a time, just like that. And you guys, you know if we're doing drinky birds that we're pretty low on the list, and we are. So coming up next, we're doing a front raise, side raise combo, and it's actually one of the least complex exercises that we're doing today, but it's still complex enough for me mentally. It feels like a lot of coordination. One of your arms is going to be doing a front raise. The other one of your arms is going to be doing a side raise. So your core is pulled in nice and tight. Your feet are a little bit wider than hip width apart, or wherever feels comfortable. Your knees are soft but strong. While one arm is doing that front raise, palm facing your body and then palm facing the ground, your other arm is doing a side raise, palm facing your body and then palm facing the ground. But you really have to think about where your shoulders are and where your arms are in space. We're trying to do this at the same rate and the same time, but because it's a different exercise, your brain really has to figure out where each arm is and what it's doing. You know, when in doubt, I love to do complex exercises for our muscles, but I also love to do complex exercises for our brains. At this age, at any age, but at this age, it's really good to challenge yourself, again, in small doses. We don't have to be doing something super complex all day long, right back to walking, but a little bit of having to think about what you're doing really goes a long way towards keeping us young and active and healthy. You guys, when it beeps again, oh my goodness, we are already on our last exercise. And boy, oh boy, is it going to be a fun one. We're doing starbursts. We're going to get little and then we're going to get big, and we're really going to think about what we're doing. This is more complex than you think. We're going to start with our hands right about our middle, and then we're going to squat down on one foot. And as we come up, one leg goes out and both hands come out into the top of a letter X. Now here's the thing. Yes, this is a single leg squat. And that's what we're thinking about. We're getting little on one leg and then we're getting big. This is all balance, all core, all your muscles, all your everything, all working together, including your brain, really thinking about getting little and then getting big, pulling from the middle of your back to make that big, wide top of the letter X at the top of this motion. Thinking about using your glutes and hamstrings, oh my gosh, and all of your hip muscles when we do that single leg squat. And of course, using your abs and obliques to coordinate it all. When it beeps again, we are done, but we're not quite finished. Let's go ahead and go back to walking. When it beeps again, I've got one final minute for us because when we're done, that's great, that's awesome, that's wonderful, but we're not quite finished. I'd like to finish us off with something that is a little bit more difficult, and here's what it is. We're going to still walk for that minute, but we're going to do a punch up, punch out combo. So we're going to punch up with one hand, then the other. Then we're going to punch out directly in front of us with one hand, and then the other. So punch up, and then out, and then out. And then we're going to switch leader hands. Punch up, and out, and out. And yes, I might actually have to say that the entire time. We've switched leader hands again because I'm really having to think about it. This is absolutely work for your brain as well as your body. Up and out and out. And then we're switching leader hands. Up and out and and out, and walking the entire time. I know. You guys, the good news is this is the final minute. When it beeps again, we're going to put our dumbbells down, and we will be better than done. We will be finished. What a great job you have done with this. I'm super proud of you. This was not supposed to be easy today. It was supposed to feel moderate. And moderate, some days doesn't feel like too much, but I promise it's always enough. I'm gonna go ahead and turn my timer off while we do some tappers here, and then we're gonna do some arm circles. What a great job you did. Doesn't that feel nice to lift your hands up overhead with no weights in them? That's my favorite thing in any kind of a strength workout, is putting the weights back down. Oh my goodness, making sure that your heart rate comes down nicely. What a great, great job you did today. Now here's the thing. I know that sometimes a moderate workout, even though I literally just finished telling you that it was enough, I know that sometimes you might be like, you know what, I got a little bit more. And the thing is, so do I. I have almost 800 workouts at this point. I've got something more for you if you'd like it. I have another walking with weights, just a short little add-on if you'd like a couple more minutes. If you are done, and you are absolutely welcome to be both done and finished, but you'd like a little bit more of a cool down, I do have an extended cool down for you as well. And down on the bottom of the screen, let's go ahead and do some arm openers and arm closers. We give ourselves a big hug and a pat on the back. What a good job we did today. Down at the bottom of the screen is the letter P, and that's an invitation to go over to Patreon, where you can make a monthly pledge that helps me make free workouts for all of us. And your support is so greatly appreciated if you do choose to do that. On the other side of the screen is a picture of me, but it's actually a subscribe button. When you click that and the bell notification, YouTube will let you know every time I upload a new workout, which is at least once and usually twice a week, you guys. Thank you so much for working out with me today. Make sure that you subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.